the missing element is actually the celestial sphere, a sphere made out of like material fabric, and it's the representation of Mr. Lord, well, we call him Lloyd. Daniel is a prominent person, and it's the last, which is the most everyone awaits them. The last in the year, and also in the scripture, in the Hebrew text. I learned the Hebrew, since it's a Gilgamesh, and the Gilgamesh is holding its baby in its hand, and it has those like cute nails, and the nails are holding onto the baby, and it's very sweet. It's Gilgamesh, and we're receiving the it's probably like the Kabbalah, which is like the gift of receiving Daniel. Daniel had the same homeroom teacher as I had, and I stole the thing from Daniel. Well, either way, it's Dial. It's Dial. So Dial Patterson. It's magical. It's full of magic. And Israel lives in this building. Israel, my boyfriend Israel. I love my boyfriend Israel, and I had the same boyfriend. How many times? One. And they were a silver werewolf. But when you go to the upper regions and like the turnarounds of Cancer and Capricorn, and if you go on the equator, you melt some water pot, and then you have some water and some ice, and in the core you get some also a ice core. You melt it, and you smolder it into building equipment, and we're actually building a city. We're building a city, and it's first it's aviation, but it's aviation, and then what follows aviation is it's called astronautica, which seems reasonable, and yes, and it's it's Dutch. Like today, I've been to the Duchy of Flying Dutchman. So that's like whatever, however you the Flying Dutchman always is refers most likely to Apollo. Apollo. So was he the creator of life? Yeah, he was quite a prominent figure. Like I had in 4th grade, I had mythology, and when you're a myth, you're larger than life. I mean, it's like life is life, and yeah, because Shakespeare, who was actually an Aries is beautiful. I love Aries. Aries is great, prominent, and Aries is wonderful. I have this friend Margarita, and she's actually a very classy and very, very friendly, because they're in Aries, and Margarita is like very nice and funny also, because they're an artist. Like they play everything, and they play in Berkeley. They play in an orchestra, and they're very, very friendly, and when I was 16, no, when was it? 16, I met Margarita, and she was like, well, if you were to wear your hottest clothing, wear your hottest clothing now, wear it now. And they were wearing Doc Martens, black Doc Martens, and neon pink fishnets, because they're an artist, and then they have because they're sort of Oriental, and we're drained of our colors, but if you have Moomin figures, they have plastic eyeballs that you insert different types of eyes, and it's really funny. A great friend, Margarita is Margarita is extremely a valuable artist, and they play the piano like the devil. And then they play in the Schengen and out of Schengen, the anti-Eurozone, and in the Eurozone, and in the Bathory Foundation, and for money, for scholarships. They're very wealthy, because Aries is wealthy, and they show, that they're very valuable, and to buy tickets to the Mars Convention. No, in the Mars Convention, which takes place in Colorado. No, it's in the sagebrush state. It's in Arizona. I use sage, clary sage oil on my like abdominal area, which is called like whatever ovaries, and I use that. And today is on the 6th day. I got love potion. I was just in the like bathroom in the Arcadia, and there was like this Russian friend, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm sure they have a lot of sisters. Like, you have brothers that have sisters. Like, you have none. I haven't. Oh, I have just one brother, Lucas, and but like it was like child relations. And Lucas had a dog named Daniel, and he made the dog to be obedient, and he told the dog to like to assume the right position. What position can a dog style werewolf position. Werewolves are magical, and I like margaritas so much. I just discovered it because they bring all their like friends from the magical country. Now the Starship is a magical kingdom of the Cyrillic font. It's like magical. It's like where they get the like Batyushka and everything like that, and you get like diaries of Tsar and like French legends and French Riviera and French the castles of Loire. It's magical. I like margarita very much. So margarita is like probably a very good incarnation of mine. No, because anything under the age of 18 is your incarnation when you're a child. 21, child. As a matter of fact, mild childhood ended at 24 and a half. Wait, was it 24? I was 24 and a half when I met Erman. I met Prosecutor Erman. And then I lost my... No, I didn't lose my virginity. I haven't lost my virginity in Mount Kisco. But I was dissatisfied. And yeah, but their birthday is November 11th. So, like, it should have been like December 16th. December 16th. Oh, to be eternally 16. I like the 16th century. It's the Saxon dynasty. Everything beautiful, everything wonderful. Okay, but like I had only one boyfriend in my life, and they were Israel. I have dated a Jew. Like, I'm not a Jew. I'm not Semitic. I'm different, But like I like Jews a lot. But I'm older than Jews. I'm pre-Bereshit. Pre-Bereshit is like even like before like protons, electrons, and neutrons, and of course dinosaurs. But like you should have watched the Long Island Express. It was like, the skirt is the mama. It's like mama. That's what boys talk about. But boys are like, when boys talk with each other, they're like, oh, the mama has this skirt so short that I can see her Tyrannosaurus. Whatever do they mean? I don't want to think about boys like dogs that have those conversations. So my adulthood, because I was in school. So I'm 18 years. I'm receiving a scholarship. I'm still in school. I'm learning. I'm teaching. Like right now, I'm teaching. Like I'm teaching. Well, not currently, but I am teaching. Generally, teaching. I'm like lecturing, but I'm not saying that like with sage. I guess it's like sage is the essential sages, and it produces a lubrication for love with your beloved. It depends on your structure, because like for example, I'm very like extremely devoted. So I have like one only spouse. Like I would never get married. Like I would never get married because I'm not like really pretty. But like I'm nice and friendly, and I'm also very sympathetic and very loving, and so I have this like friend. But I prefer to call that sibling, but they have, because they have a split personality. There's nothing wrong with that. They have a split personality, and so I actually have a really young boyfriend. They're only 44 years old. It's like super young. It's like exciting. I really like young genitalia. It's like super forceful. It's amazing. And and to rediscover them, that you like redug them, or to dig them from like the past when they were 16. Isn't that exciting? Oh yes, it is. And in this bus stop, Oh, I met this friend of mine at the age of 15 and a half. I met this friend, and oh, it was a magical moment. I had like this leather jacket with like fringes. It was nice. And then we go to the sandbox where Rue, like the sand pit with Rue, and everybody's like, AWE Caesar di Moritura de Salutan. I was like, whatever do you mean? On my back I have like a spell, but like thankfully it's in English. It's in English.